All right, we have a TRX450R build in the works here. This is a machine for DJ Sperling of Rocket Machining and Design. We freshened everything up with some powder coat. Travis from TLR Coatings did the powder coat here. So in addition to powder on the frame and other chassis components, we've got a bunch of brand new parts to throw on this build here. I'm not gonna kind of explain everything, but give you a little glance at what all is going into this here. Lots of carbon fiber. There's gonna be lots of titanium. Fresh shocks on the front, freshened up the rear. And we bounce over here. Lots of drilled titanium, new graphics. So yeah, we'll do a little time lapse here so you guys can check it out. All right, a little update video for you. Reed and I made some progress on this unit. Still waiting on some parts, so this is kind of as far as we can get for the time being. But shocks are just sitting on there right now. Got the stem in, of course, motor in. Got the titanium motor bolts with the carbon front mounts, carbon spacers, and same deal with the uppers here. We got the carbon spacers with some billet upper motor mounts, brake pedal with the billet tip and the titanium bolt. Looking pretty good. Waiting on a bearing carrier, so we can't do anything with the rear end right now. And the radiator can't go in because we discovered the rubber mounts, little rubber bushing deals that go in the frame they've expired, so we need to replace them. But coming along nicely. Parts pile is getting smaller. Okay, well, that wraps up today's assembly. Made a little bit of progress. Would like to have got a little bit more done, but it is what it is. The front end is on. Now this is Rocket Machining and Design's goat spindle, as they're calling it. Still waiting on tie rods for this, so right now everything is just gonna be loose. There's gonna be some adjustment in the clevises and heim joints and whatnot, so that's loose. And it'll remain that way till we get her all set up. Gonna have a ton of cleanup on wiring and stuff. It's kind of a mess at the moment, but what's nice is I can reference these other 450s here to see how it was ran. He's got an aftermarket race harness on this, so it's a tiny bit different than an OEM, but close enough. I try to route these the same on every bike I put together, pretty much as close to like what they would have done from the factory as possible. So we'll get there. Yeah, she's coming along nicely. Still are waiting on a bearing carrier for the rear end here, so I can't do anything more with the back side of the four-wheeler. Can't put the axle in or anything like that. But the parts pile is definitely getting smaller. So yeah, that's about all I got to show you. Hopefully you like it, and stay tuned for more. Okay, so we have a little update video for everybody. We've definitely made some progress since the last video. We also have DJ Sperling from Rocket Machining and Design here with us, and he's going to be explaining, kind of going through the details of the front end here. But we've got wheels, tires on, front end's basically tight, got the tie rods on. Rear end's button up, and nerfs are sitting in place right now, but we'll turn it over to DJ here, and he can kind of give us a rundown on the front end that he designed.
Yeah, so I'm DJ Sperling from Rocket Machining and Design. This is a new front end that we still haven't released yet. It's kind of still in development. I wanted to get it on my own bike to do some more final testing. We're calling this the GOAT spindle. Basically what it is we're looking at a similar to ProTrack's front end that is LTR geometry. It also utilizes standard off-the-shelf heim joints and components for rebuild. The other aspect of it that most people can see, unlike the ProTracks use a standard ball joint end, unlike the ProTracks where they started to wear out over time, this is something that you can purchase right off the shelf and people already run. These are technically JB arms. JB does not make them yet. We did this in-house. We put the clevis on the bottom. I just had JB arms. We'll see if Jody gets around to making them or who's going to make them next. It's kind of, if you design it, they will come idea for us here. You can see a little bit more fully greasered. The cap comes off, got the spindle shaft through. So it's a slick little design here.
Very nice. Yeah, we're excited to see this in action. Obviously, haven't ridden the machine yet, but we have very high expectations for it, so stay tuned. You may just see these available. I don't want to make any promises on his behalf, but yeah, thank you guys.